Let me ask y'all a question. Should they discuss the aliens at the presidential debate? I personally think they should, especially based on the report where they start talking about the extraterrestrial aliens or the magical, mystical entities, angels, fallen angels. Oh, yeah, we need to discuss that. I think we need to discuss that because clearly Satan himself is running the White House. Clearly. Satan himself has the borders open. Clearly, Satan himself is involved in the fact that children are being kidnapped and disappeared at the U.S. border at a rate beyond comprehension. So, yeah, I think we need to discuss that at the damn. I definitely think we need to discuss that at the damn debate. Yeah, we need to discuss it. I think it needs to be everything on the table. Needs to be wide open. Anything you won't talk about. I tell you what, if it was a part of the discussion, oh man, that'd be the highest viewed debate ever. Now it's gonna be highly viewed either way it goes. Mind you, Joe Biden going on a 7-day vacation before the debate. So ain't no telling what they pumping into that man. They might be giving that man an entire blood transfusion. They may be giving him Nephilim DNA blood over the next 7 days. Because 5 days ago, he was pooping on himself. And if you're like, oh, I like Joe Biden, and I hate you, Dark Waters, whoop, whoop. Oops, I'm sorry, you shouldn't have saw that. The point I'm making is, do you think they should actually talk about aliens? Let's see what the News Nation got to say. I'm in agreement with them talking about it. I want to know what you think. Wait, he got lizard eyes. What's going on with his eye? His to us, it would be his right eyeball. Let's see if it stay consistent. Yo, you a lizard?
The war in Gaza, the border.
Okay, that was just the pixelation.
All sure to be covered extensively in the upcoming presidential debate between Joe Biden and Donald Trump. But that leaves plenty of room for other, as of yet, unidentified subjects. Because there is now a push to get the subject of UFOs into the presidential debate. In fact, the hashtag disclosure debate is trending online as not only an effort to have President Biden and Trump address the subject, but to declare their willingness to declassify files related to UFOs and UAPs. That's
now, hold on. I'm going to stop right here. Let me tell you something. I don't know how many of y'all follow Cliff High. It's only so much of Cliff High I can digest, but Cliff High is a phenomenal researcher. But there's only so much of him I can take because there's certain things that we fundamentally disagree on. But I got to give this man his props. I'm telling you, I got to give Cliff his props. Cliff High said this 2 years ago. In fact, Cliff High was saying this on the tail end of the pandemic that this was going to happen, that UFOs was going to be catapulted into the mainstream media. To the point where it was catapulted to where it was undeniable. And it would keep coming back over and over and over again. Because he had a computer program that I think he still does have the computer program that will go out and scan the entire internet and figure out what's coming in the future. Me personally, I feel like he just had AI before anybody else had AI. And he had developed his own artificial intelligence. That's what I think Cliff did. He's a genius like that, so much of a genius that he had to go hide from the government. So I think he just developed his own freaking AI. And that's it. But nonetheless, guy's phenomenal genius. I just can't rock with him on everything he says. But nonetheless, with my background as an engineer, you get information, you look for accurate information. And so I have to commend the fact that Cliff High is accurate when it comes to this. 100% accurate when it comes to this.
Unidentified aerial phenomena. And the subject may have more credibility than ever before, thanks to a group of scientists, academics, and researchers from, wait for it, Harvard.
Oh, that's a good way to spin this. So it was outside of the, I get what you're doing. I mean, that's genius. So this had kind of worked its way through, and when was this posted? Yeah. That's a genius way. That's a genius spin.
Yes, they have collectively suggested that not only may aliens exist, but that extraterrestrial beings could be living underground on Earth, on the moon, or even walking around among humans.
Oh, they're definitely walking around among humans. Matter of fact, a couple of y'all listening to me right now ain't humans. Yeah, I see you. You think I can't see through this camera and see you? I see all them flies in them jars inside of your refrigerator. Yeah, I see it. Just open a jar and just stick your tongue in there.
Many of you are thinking right now about certain people in your life. You're like, yeah, that makes sense.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody knows somebody's a damn alien.
Out. Coining the term crypto-terrestrial to explain a secret UFO civilization, the scientists at Harvard have 4 theories on how those beings came to be walking among us. Number 1, they came from a different planet at some point, and they've concealed themselves ever since. 2, they're a form of intelligent species that have evolved separately from humans. 3, they're part of an ancient civilization on Earth, which mostly got wiped out at some point, possibly by a natural disaster. Or 4, there is something supernatural, like fairies and elves. Now, at one point in time, you could maybe say this seems so...
Now, I'm going to tell you something. It ain't just one of the 4, it's actually all 4. The reason why they laid out the case, and we've done a deep dive on a study, in which, hell, we'll be doing the rest of the study in another couple of days. The reason why they lay out 4 cases is because it's all 4. Because you have evidence to support all 4. So therefore, if you have evidence, for example, just make it simple. Let's say there was a murder. Unfortunately, somebody got murdered. And then you have 4 sets of fingerprints all around the place. Then you go to the house and you start tracking down the people who fingerprints you find. And the first dude, you find blood on his shoes, right? The second dude, you find blood all on his hair. It's all in his hair. That's the kind of stuff they don't talk about on the movies. Y'all don't understand. The third dude, he got blood all on his socks. He got blood all on his jeans. And the fourth dude, he got blood splattered all on his chest. What do? You arrest all 4 of them. Because the evidence points to all 4 of them were present. And that's what we have here. Unfortunately, due to narratives, people want to narrow it down to one thing. It's definitely this. It's definitely this. No. You got 4 lanes in that highway. You got evidence to support 4 lanes in that highway. You can drive on any lane and swerve back and forth. There are all 4 scenarios are true. But what do I know?
Fantastical. But does the fact that this is all coming from Harvard researchers lend it any more credibility?
Let's see if he discredits Harvard.
To the point where this will actually be covered in the presidential debates? And if so, what would Joe Biden and Donald Trump say? Just 4 months ago, or 4 months into his term, I should say, President Biden couldn't have been more dismissive when the subject came up.
President Obama says that there is footage and records of objects in the skies, these unidentified aerial phenomenon, and he says we don't know exactly what they are. What do you think that it is?
I would ask him again. Thank you.
You would ask him again. You would ask him again.
Donald Trump, on the other hand, had a much more measured response just a few days ago when he was a guest on wrestler-influencer Logan Paul's podcast.
I've met with pilots like beautiful Tom Cruise, but taller. Yeah. Okay? Yeah. Handsome, perfect people. Sir, there was something there that was round in form and going like 4 times faster than my super jet fighter plane. And I look at these guys and they really mean it. Yeah. And am I a believer? No, I can't say I am. But I have met with people that are serious people that say there's some really strange things that they see flying around out there.
You know, that's a phenomenal answer. I'm sorry, man. That's why I love this dude. That's a phenomenal answer. Am I a believer? No. But I've met with people who've seen it. And that's a phenomenal answer. I mean, from a political standpoint, as a politician, and me as a studier or a student of politics and influence, that's a phenomenal, off-the-cuff answer. I mean, holy crap.
And remember, that was coming from people that look like Tom Cruise, only taller, so there's some credibility there. Now, keep in mind that...
He don't understand the Tom Cruise only taller part. Whatever. That's these people in the media really don't understand.
This question was posed to Donald Trump.
Matter of fact, I explain it to you. The reason why he said the people who are Tom Cruise only taller is he was painting a vivid picture in your mind with his words of the individuals that he was talking about. So you're talking about pilots, you're talking about UFOs. So to make you truly see what he's saying, he said, I'm talking about people who look like Tom Cruise, jet pilots, only taller, really handsome people. You get a picture painted in your head of the individual that he's talking to, which sucks you straight into what he's saying. But people, like, whatever.
By Logan Paul. He zip-lined into WrestleMania before a match in which he launched himself off the top rope. Now, I'm not knocking him, but would esteemed journalists like Jake Tapper or Dana Bash, who are moderating the...
They are not esteemed at all. There's nothing esteemed about those two people. I don't even know why he would consider them to be esteemed. Those are shills. Those are plants. They're not esteemed. They shouldn't even be moderating a debate. You know who should be moderating a debate? Joe Rogan and maybe Alex Jones.
The first presidential debate, will they ask these kinds of questions?
No, they won't. All they're going to do is defend Joe Biden and help him change his diaper.
It remains to be seen. Will the candidates have to tackle this issue when the lights are the brightest?
Dan Abrams, you're getting on my damn nerves, Dan. You're getting on my damn nerves, damn. You know, none of these questions that you're posing to the public, you're getting on my damn nerves, Dan. Dan is getting on my damn nerves right now.
The world is watching, maybe even other worlds. Well, joining us now is UFO seekers.
Dan, what happened to your front teeth, Dan? You need to get them things shaved down, Dan. Dan might be a lizard. I just saw it.
And the world is watching.
There it is. You see it? Do you see it? I think Dan is a bunny person. What was the name of that TV show? There was a TV show that came out with a guy who was like a hunter of these things, and he could see their face. Like, he was the only person that could see their face. I only saw like a clip on YouTube. And he was a police officer, and I remember he had a black partner that was, what's the name of the show, guys? Y'all know the name of the show. Put it in the comments. And they would have like bunny, and it really was a bunny episode because the dude was like in prison, but he was a bunny. And like he was looking at me, transformed into a bunny, and then the bunny had regular teeth just like Dan right here. Dan, I think you're a bunny person. That's why Dan took up this episode, because he's one of those non-human intelligence that have taken position in the media. Yeah, Dan. I'm just showing y'all. Y'all see them teeth?
Maybe even other worlds. Well, joining us now is UFO.
It's crazy how when you start paying attention to stuff, huh? Y'all see it now, huh? Yeah. But the Stankonian is insane. You just got to pay attention. You start seeing it, they might, oh, you crazy, Stankonian. UFO seekers. Let's see what he got to say.
Seekers lead investigator Tim Doyle. Tim, thanks so much for coming on. So, they're going to be talking about a lot of different issues. You think UFOs, extraterrestrials is going to be a question that's asked?
Me personally, let me answer that question. I don't think they're going to talk about no damn UFOs. They're going to be too busy defending Biden. So ain't no UFOs going to come up in the conversation. Should UFOs come up in the conversation is a much better question than do I think they will? Because no, they won't.
I definitely think that UFOs and UAP will be a question asked. I don't know specifically alien. Unfortunately, there isn't any scientific evidence of aliens having visited Earth, although that's what I spend my life and passion searching for, because there are so many people who believe they have seen something in the sky or encountered aliens. I've met a woman who swore she gave birth to an alien baby. So I think because of there's two separate issues.
All right, homie, you got to calm down. You real nervous. You real nervous, Tim. Tim, you need to calm down. You're nervous. You're bouncing around. You're looking crazy. You're doing all this calm down, Tim. Calm down, Tim. Damn it.
UFOs and UAP will be a question asked. I don't know specifically alien, unfortunately.
You could tell Tim is like he decided, I'm on this I'm on this news interview. But first of all, congratulations Tim Dore for being on the news. I'm just messing with you, but nonetheless, see how Tim is like UFOs, UAPs, because he trying to mimic what he's seen people do on TV before.
Fortunately, there isn't any scientific evidence of aliens having visited Earth, although that's what I spend my life and passion searching for, because there are so many people who believe they have seen something in the sky or encountered aliens. I've met a woman who swore she gave birth to an alien baby. So I think because of there's two separate issues going on, the UAP and the alien question. Right. Of course, there's so much.
You got to calm the hell down, Tim. Let me help you, Tim. Dog Waters. Yeah, I'm the Stank-Onion ambassador. Do you think there'll be discussion UAPs and UFOs at the upcoming debate? Well, Dan, let me tell you this. I don't know if they're going to discuss it or not, but I damn sure know they should be discussing it, because it's one of the things that affects each and every citizen of the entire globe. Well, you may ask yourself, Dan, how does that affect the entire globe? Because, Dan, if we have fallen angels here on this planet that are influencing politics, influencing banking, influencing each and every part of society, then we need to know what we're up against. And that alone means that we need to be discussing this in a debate. Bam, I'm talking about precise missile strike right on a target. Boom. That's it. Done deal. And I ain't answering no more damn questions, Dan, because that's the one answer that you need. Bye.
Out there in the universe, aliens exist somewhere.
See, you're trying too much, Tim. That's what I'm saying, Tim. You're not hitting the nail on the head. You're nervous. Calm down.
But as far as aliens visiting Earth is a separate question. Of course, the UAP is a real issue, and something is infiltrating American airspace. I myself have captured a spherical ball flying in the Sierra Nevada mountains of California.
He's trying to squeeze so much in. Breathe. You're trying to squeeze
seen
so much
a balloon
in.
Delivery system over California. Yeah. So UAP is an important issue. And
now the guy's trying to wrestle it back from him, but he ain't giving it up. You're wrestling, not Dan got to wrestle.
Also destigmatizing it.
And I agree, and I think it's a serious
he agreed with him.
issue that can't be ignored at this point anymore like it was in the past. My question to you would be, what would you hope our next president would say about UAPs or UFOs?
See how he went through all that? And he had to come back and here goes the next thing. Dog Waters, Stank-Onion ambassador. What would you hope that the president would say about UAPs and UFOs? Well, Dan, what I hope doesn't really matter. What needs to be said is the truth needs to be disclosed to the people. You gotta understand, this is the United States of America. This is the presidential debate. If the truth comes out in that debate, it goes viral, it goes worldwide, and it opens the eyes of the entire globe. So what I hope is said, I hope they tell the truth about what's going on. I hope they disclose that we are under the influence of fallen angels, demonic entities that want to rule and destroy this planet, and it's evident, Dan. You can see it everywhere. Right now, Dan, there's conversations about cow farts. And we're killing cows and chickens and destroying the food supply, Dan. So absolutely. Absolutely. I just want the truth to come out. That's what I want to come out. That's how you do it.
I would hope that the next president would tell us which country is infiltrating American airspace and what they're doing about it. Of course, the Chinese spy balloon was a perfect example of
That's a terrible answer. Terrible answer, Tim.
Human-made origins for these kind of objects. Of course, a balloon was shot down in the 1940s because the mainstream media was working with the Office of Censorship in the federal government to cover up the
Tim, you bore me. I'm about to go cook some bacon.
Balloon bombs that were coming from Japan during World War II.
You're trying to squeeze in history of UFOs into a soundbite interview, Tim. Listen, Tim, somebody send Tim this, and Tim, I want you to understand. Holla at me, man. I'm going to help you for the next time. You don't squeeze in historical points into a soundbite interview. You give them dynamic sound bites that will draw the people back to you, and then you tell them everything you want to tell them. But it's got to be exciting. It's got to be like boom, boom, bang, bang, pow. What is wrong with you, Tim?
Which caused the only deaths on the American continent during the World War. So it's things like that, I think, that the president really needs to step up and let us know if it's our own technology, which I don't agree with, because we'd just be running a propaganda operation on ourselves. But I really think that it's some type of foreign entity that's been infiltrating our airspace with advanced technology. I mean, hey, even I run a drone photography business on the side.
I mean, all right. Tim, you UFO seekers, Tim, you killed me, bro. You're killing me. Now you want to talk about your business that you run. All that stuff would have been swallowed up if you'd have just said the most viral, phenomenal thing possible. Everybody would be like, who the hell is Tim Doyle? We need to go and find this Tim. And you could have talked about your business. You could have did everything else, Tim. You could have did everything else. I need to call my PR person. There's no longer, I'm going on News Nation and stuff like this, because y'all don't know what y'all doing. Y'all have no clue what the hell y'all doing.
And I'm using Chinese-made drones, which I could never get away with using American-made technology.
Look, it's 2024. I think questions about AI and UAPs and UFOs are significant, and there's a strong likelihood that those questions will need to be asked. If it's not asked at this debate, it's going to be asked in the near future.
Thank you for watching.
Don't thank me. Thank yourself. Thank yourself. Don't thank the Stank-Onian. Thank your damn self.